Hi, boys and girls. Long time no see. I wasn't here last week because I was off for spring break. So we're going to get started again with a new lesson. And this lesson is going to be a drawing. I know it looks complicated, but I promise it's not. I'm going to walk you through it step by step. If you notice, this is a lion. And the reason that I decided to choose a lion drawing today is because I wanted to talk about fear and overcoming fear. And I thought, what animal is the most courageous animal I could think of? And of course, the king of the jungle, the lion. But we also hear about the lion symbol in a lot of other places, right? So I want you to think about that. Where do we hear or see of a lion that maybe would remind us of not having fear and being able to be courageous in the face of fear? And so we're going to be drawing this cartoon version of a lion, but we're also going to be adding word art to it, kind of like a journal page. And in it, I put no fear, lions are courageous. And I put that all the way down the mane of the lion's head. And so today we're going to be working on this together step by step. As we work on it step by step, I'm going to be doing it backwards for me. So bear with me if I have a little bit of a mishap, okay? I'm going to try to go slow. If you struggle or if you're stuck, just pause the video. Stop the video and see what I have so far and draw it until you get it. But it is really easy. I'm going to go slow and take it step by step. So I'm going to move this lion. And you are going to need this lion was on blue paper. Your lion is going to be on white paper or whatever paper you have. Maybe you have lined paper. It doesn't really matter. The materials that you're going to need today are your white paper. And today you only need one marker because we're going to outline with only one marker and crayons to color in, because sometimes I like to change it up where we're not always coloring with marker, but we're using marker as the outline, and coloring with crayon makes it seem a little softer, and I like it that way. So let's give that a try. The other thing I wanted to say is the next video that I'm going to put up on Thursday is going to be a materials video where I'm going to show you how to mix different color paint if you don't have paint and make materials or make a project out of something from home. So we'll talk about that on Thursday. But for today, we're going to focus on drawing our lion. As I draw my lion, I'm going to start over on this side because this whole other side is going to be for the hair or the mane of the lion. They call that a mane on a lion. And so the first thing I want to do is I want to draw a line that comes down, a little diagonal line in that direction. That's all I have to do, just a little diagonal line. So go ahead and do that. And then after I draw my diagonal line, I'm going to draw a teeny zigzag line. It almost looks like a little lightning bolt. If you get real close to the screen, you can see it. And then I'm going to draw another line straight again. So now it really looks like a lightning bolt, doesn't it? On this bottom part, this is going to be where the mouth is. And so I'm going to draw a line that comes down and around and stop. I don't want to go too far past this little part, so I'm going to stop before I get to it. Right here is the corner where my nose is going to be. Can you see that? I can even draw the nose if you want. We're just going to do the nose like that. There's our nose. It's that simple, right? So now I have to do the bottom of the mouth. So I'm going to do that by drawing a line straight down. And then I'm going to draw a line coming back. See how now I have my mouth and it's open a little bit? And I'm going to draw a line here and I'm going to stop. See how this line curves just like this line curved? But I'm going to stop there because I forgot to add something. What am I missing? What do lions have that you might be afraid of other than their claws? Their teeth. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a triangle down here so that you can see the teeth, and a triangle up this way so that you can see the tooth. If your mouth is open more wide, that's great because you could draw more teeth if you want. Down here, I want to draw whiskers, almost like he's got a beard. So I'm going to draw some zigzag lines like that to make it look like he's furry down there, right? And then I need to curve it. So I'm going to make kind of like a rainbow shape or like a sad mouth, not super curved, just a little curved, as you can see I did. And then I'm going to bring this up like the letter U for what part? The jaw, right? So here's the chin, here's the jaw. So now we have the jaw. So I want to now do the mane. So up here, I'm going to draw right at the top part, I'm going to draw a line that comes down like this. Seems a little silly, but go ahead and do it. You're going to see why. You're going to draw a line down like that, and then I'm going to do just a little diagonal line like that. Because I have to add something. Oh, look, my glasses look like ears. I have to draw the ears of my lion. When I draw the ear of my lion, it's going to go up like the letter A, but curved at the top, and then back down. And I'm going to do the inside of the ear too, so you can see it. Can you see that now? Are you starting to see the face? Right? So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw the hair or the mane that's going to go all the way back. And I'm going to start by drawing my mane up here. Whoa! And I'm going to come all the way around and I'm going to zigzag that line. Look at that. Right? He looks like a scary lion. He looks like a lion that could attack, that might be fierce, right? Right here, I'm going to draw the neck of my lion. That's where my neck is. And I'm going to show you how we're going to make the hair look a little bit more like hair. I'm going to do that by adding more lines like this. And when I do that, it gives me the opportunity to be able to write words. So I might do one more in here. And then see down here, I think I'm going to add, if you want, some more zigzags. You don't have to, but I'm going to do it because I want to fill it in. It looked a little bare. For my eye, you could do your eye a bunch of different ways. You can make a football eye, but I wanted my eye to look like it was looking at something, like it was scaring something off, okay? So I'm going to draw a diagonal line like this. And then I'm going to draw a line going straight down rather than that curved football line that I show you all the time for an eye. We're going to draw it straight down. And then I'm going to draw a line with a little bit of a curve, a teeny little bit of a curve. And I'm going to go ahead and draw the front of my eye. And right in there, that's where my eyeball is going to go. Do you see that? Now all of a sudden your lion is alive, right? Now he can see what he's scaring off. Because the thing about a lion isn't afraid of anything. And it will scare off anything that causes it to be startled. If a lion is laying down in the safari and he's not bothering anybody and he hears a crazy noise, he's going to stand up right away and roar and get rid of whatever it is that tried to intimidate him. And so that's what lions are really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw my eyelid there. And something that I added on my other lion, you can do this if you want, you don't have to. I kind of added this like S shape, almost like to give it hair coming back. And of course, lions have giant whiskers. So we want to be able to add those whiskers, right? Pretty cool. If you want to add a tongue, you can. You don't have to. That's okay. And now inside, I think I'm even going to bring this down like this so that we don't have to worry about that. And then the back, my lion's back is going to go right there. So you could see where my lion would be standing. Over here, I want to draw the safari. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Mine has a little hill, that's fine. And I'm going to draw that African sun, right? Or the sun because it's so bright and it's such a light. And when I like to draw my sun, especially if I want it to give off heat like it's in Africa, I'm going to draw rectangles. That come out from it. There we go. Now, in Africa, they have these clouds, pardon me, that are kind of flat. So I want to go ahead and I'm going to draw a couple of these little clouds And now I can write my words. So I want you to think about how a lion can get rid of fear and what kind of symbols people use a lion for. Those of you that go to church, you're going to hear that Lion of Judah, right? And so what can a lion do? A lion can make people in awe because they're so beautiful and majestic and wonderful, and terrify them at the same time. A lion has no fear, and it eliminates fear. And that's what we're talking about today, not having any fear. So we're going to say no fear. Now, some of you love to do block and bubble letters. Feel free to do that. That is okay. No fear. Maybe you want to write, I'm going to write up here, lions are courageous. And of course, I have to draw upside down, which is okay. So now I'm kind of drawing in this, and maybe, you know what I think? I want roar. Because what does a lion do best? Roar. So now I have these words kind of in my name that mean something, that tell a story. Whenever you do a piece of artwork that's like a journal piece, you might want to add words. Some people don't. Some people like to just do all symbols. But sometimes I think when we're trying to get a message across, or we're trying to even talk to ourselves and do artwork that we can relate to, it's really nice to be able to have words. So then people will know. Once you're finished with this whole part of the lion, you can start to add your color. When I added my color, the main thing I want you to think about are the colors of a lion. I'm going to put this one back up for you to see. The colors of my lion, the colors of my lion are blended. I like to take crayons and actually blend my colors. So I'm going to move this a little closer to you. When I did the face of the lion, I mixed orange and yellow because lions often have some yellow in them as well as orange. Also, I added in the mane 2 different shades of orange. I did a dark orange and a lighter orange because I wanted it to look like it was flowing or moving. I colored in the grass of the safari. Sometimes it's green in Africa. A lot of times it's like a tan color too. You can do whatever you want. I colored my sky blue because my lion was already that yellow color that you might see in an African sky. But if you wanted to do a sunset color, go ahead. Make it whatever you want. The point of this project today, sometimes when I make art, I don't make it just because I want a project to look beautiful. I don't make it just because I want to prove I could draw something. Sometimes I make it because I'm thinking about something in my mind and I want to kind of draw about how I'm feeling. And the one thing that I can think of that I think is really important is driving out fear or things that you might be concerned about or you might not know. We all have this courage within us, right? And so this lion helped me to remember I have control over whether or not I'm afraid or nervous or whether or not I'm feeling upset. That lion that's inside of me can change that and give me courage and give me strength. And so, boys and girls, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of your lions. For those of you who are younger, I'm going to be posting a different lesson that maybe is a little bit easier for drawing a lion and isn't quite as complicated as this one. So stay tuned for a second version of the lion. Have a great night, guys. Bye-bye.